Hey, I'm Randy, and I'm the Cheap Audio Man. Here at the Cheap Audio Man, we don't feel like audio equipment, headphone amps, DACs, speakers, regular amps, turntables, power conditioners, cables should cost as much as health insurance, so that if you break your arm or need a transplant, you don't have to go into debilitating debt for the rest of your life. And these don't. You can't really see it. I'm going to show it to you, though. This is the, hold on, come on camera, you can do it. There we go, it's happening. This is the SMSL M200 DAC and the drop THX AAA One headphone amplifier. So grab a cup of coffee, sit down, and let's talk about the SMSL M200 and that drop THX AAA One. Today's sponsor is Charlie's Hotel Amenities. Okay, this is a coffee maker, kind of a coffee maker. All right, this is kind of shampoo. All right, when you want the comforts of home, but just a lot less of it, consider Charlie's Hotel Amenities. Just like home, kind of. Okay, you may have noticed that we're in a little bit different area, a little bit different studio. Okay, when I say studio, I mean we're in a hotel room. And when I mean we're at Cam Studios, I'm in my office. Okay, so we're doing things differently. Why? Because I forgot my microphone that I usually plug into the camera. So now I'm having to do my other microphone that I use for live streams and headphones. Okay, it doesn't matter though. We're still going to do it. Okay. THX, drop THX AAA One. All right, headphone amplifier. Let's talk about the specs. Trying to be light. 1.5 watts into 16 ohms. 2.7 watts into 32 ohms. Let's see, what is it? 280 milliwatts into 300 ohms. Signal to noise ratio 140 dB. That's pretty good. 140.2. That 0.2 is very important. That's what really separates this from a lot of other people. Okay, when I say other people, I mean other amps. Okay. If you don't know about THX Amp technology, it kind of set the standard for lack of noise, noise floor, signal to noise ratio, clean amplification. Okay. This is $199, which to my knowledge makes it the most affordable THX headphone amp available today. Okay. So hold on. I'm going to do something on the computer. Something popped up. All right, we're good to go now. All right, very simple. Okay, not a lot of frills on this thing. On the back, you have literally an RCA in and an RCA out. Okay, what does that mean? It means you can use this as a preamp if you want to. The input voltage is 30 volts DC. Comes with a little wall board. I was actually surprised how small it was considering it's 30 volts. Okay. How's it sound? Well, you can't really. Okay, so it sounds great. All right. Absolutely perfect. Super neutral. No coloration. Pretty powerful. Okay. I ran the Thx T40 RPs on it. Okay. 50 ohm. Pretty low sensitivity. Notoriously hard to drive headphones. Okay. Also ran these, the Meze 99s. Much easier to drive. And then the Shure IE300, not Shure. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. The Sennheiser IE300. You can't even see them. I might as well just be holding up a shoelace right now. Okay, I drove those off of there too. And the cool thing is you have three. Okay, here we go. There we go. 3 gainage. Let's call it small, medium, or let's call it tall, grande, and vente. All right. A bit more, or not a little bit more. Okay, so it's like 0.25 of the power, okay, gain. So it's a quarter of the gain, and that's for IEMs, or really sensitive headphones, IEMs. It's got 0 dB, and then it's got a 12 dB gain, okay? Small, medium, large. tall, grande. Maybe grandes is, I don't know. Small, medium, large. Okay. All right. So super awesome, super neutral. Okay. Let's talk about the SMSL M200. There we go. M200. Okay. Now this one has a lot more going on the back. You have two balanced out. You have single-ended RCA out. You have digital coax in. You have digital optical in, and you have a full-size USB in. Okay. Output voltage for this single-ended is 2 volts. Balanced is 4.1 volts, and that 0.1 makes a difference. Okay. So what's the difference between single-ended and balanced? Okay. Single-ended, you have one signal on one ground. Balanced, you have two signals and one ground, and those signals are offset. So therefore, if there's any noise introduced, it'll be introduced into both the signal chains, okay? But you're only testing the difference in those signal chains. So in theory, it cuts out any noise introduced, okay, by running balanced, okay? So this DAC, the M200, is very similar to the M300, which I own as well, okay? The difference is this one has a full-size USB input. I like that. This one has LDAC Bluetooth. I really like LDAC Bluetooth. It has aptX HD Bluetooth, which I really like. It has aptX Bluetooth. These are all codecs, AAC, and then SBC. It also has another one that I think is used in Asia a lot more. Okay. AK4497, there was an unfortunate incident at the AK factory, and they aren't producing chips right now. So probably end of April. So if you were thinking about getting a DAC that has an AK chip in it, yeah, you might want to jump on that so that you can get it. Otherwise, you won't get it. Okay. Here's the deal. As I've listened to more and more DACs, I've started to kind of prefer different DACs over the other. And there's something that those DACs have in common, and those are the chipsets. And I know people say, well, it's how you integrate the chipset. I agree. But to my ear, these different chipsets have different sound signatures. Personally, I prefer a Burr Brown chipset DAC or a Sabre chipset DAC. But this is the first AK, and I have another DAC that has this same chipset in it. This is the first time I've listened to an AK DAC, and I've been like, I like it. Now there's different functionality to this. There's 6 filters for the DAC. Super slow. It's the roll-offs, right? Slow roll-off, super slow off, slow, fast roll-off. Okay, a bunch of different things. The thing about it is there's not a ton of difference to my ear to those. However, it does have also 3 sound modes, and that I can hear a difference. I landed on sound color. They call it sound mode or sound color 3. To me, that felt the most full. I maybe sacrificed a bit of high resolution, but to me, it just sounded the best to me. Okay. So I like this DAC. Actually, it's the first AK DAC that I've really liked, and I kind of want to get it. And I'll tell you the reason why is because it has better Bluetooth than my M300 does. This can kind of be like I don't know, the hub of your system, and it has a remote, and you can control volume with it. Okay, and it has balanced out. So here's the deal. All right, think about this: M200 Crown. You know those Crown Class D amps that are like PA amps or like pro amps. Okay, they're like $230. This is like $250. All right. So now you have a pretty awesome DAC with balanced out going into your balanced inputs of the Crown, and you're looking at $500. All right. Now you're talking. And that Crown also has RCAs, so if you want to run like a phono amp into it, you can. A little bit unorthodox, but it's pretty cool. And you separate those power supplies. So guess what? You're not worrying too much. You're not worrying a whole lot about noise because you have different power supplies powering all the different stuff. Yeah, pretty cool, right? Okay. So with the THX AAA One being $199, cheaper than most THX amps, basically this is a clean, very good, super high signal noise ratio amp without color. Well, enter the X Duo MT602. Okay, I've already done a review on this. It is a Class A headphone amplifier with a tube buffer. Okay, real simple. But here's the thing about it. It's got RCA in and RCA out. So this can be a preamp now. So here's the interesting part. You take your M200, you run it into the X Duo, then you run RCA out of the X Duo into the THX. And now you have a bit of a different feel. And I'll say feel because I don't feel, or I don't think the sound signatures are all that different, because I think this is actually a pretty neutral, if and even a little sparkly tube buffer on the front end. Okay, but I will say that it does have a more open feel. So if I'm listening to this headphone amp versus the THX headphone amp, similar sound signatures, THX lower noise floor. However, the X Duo sounds more open. Well, this is $100. This is $199. If you get a different THX amp, you're going to be around that 300 point. So now you have the option if you want an open feel or you want a more holographic feel. Get the X Duo, put it in the chain. All right. Also has tubes that you can switch out. All right. This is a tube buffer. It's not tube amplification, but if you want tube amplification, look at the dark voice. All right. So there's all sorts of cool things you can do. Bottom line is the AAA One is the cheapest THX or the least expensive THX amp I think you can get. The M200 by SMSL DAC is one of the, or not one of the best sounding AK DAC I've heard. How's it measure? I don't know. I'm sure Audio Science Review has done measurements and stuff like that. I think it sounds great to me because it sounds analog when you get the right sound color mode. Okay, the right settings. All right. X Duo MT602, I think is just a fun little amp, quite powerful. Another thing is, so when I had the T40RPs on the THX AAA One, I could max out the volume on the highest gain setting. All right. It was loud. Okay. And it was louder than what I normally would listen at. But for some people, it might not be loud enough. Okay. And I was going single ended into it. However, when I put this in the chain, so I was going DAC, X Duo into the THX, I could increase that gain a little bit. So I actually went to about 70% because I don't want to introduce clipping because this will clip at 100%. THX will not clip at max volume. This will clip a little bit. All right, so about 70%. Now I'm running the volume off the THX and it's louder because I have higher input, more voltage going into the THX. Okay, so I recommend both of these. I got the M200 from Apos. They sent it to me. Drop sent me the THX amp. Recommend both of them. They're both great. The M200, I think, is the real standout here for me because of its sound signature and its functionality. You have the best Bluetooth available, and then you have all sorts of cool DACage inside. If you want to support the channel, please subscribe. We have a bunch of different videos out there. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/cheapaudioman. Every Sunday night, we have patron-only Zooms. Okay. However, we might be doing that tonight because I've got to drive back tomorrow. So we're probably going to do that tonight. Affiliate links. Okay. Everything that I link, for the most part, is an affiliate link. So if you click on it and you buy any product, I get a commission off that. You can also sign up for Amazon HD Music for free. There's a link in the description. Click on the link. Scroll down to the bottom. It says try HD. Click on that. You get 3 months of Amazon HD Music for free, and I get a couple of dollars. And if you're a Prime member, it's only $13 a month after that. Okay. It's pretty good. I like it. That's what I use. My test track playlist also linked in the description. What you can do is click on that if you have Amazon Music HD, and then save that to your playlist, and then you'll have that. Also, the Satanic Panic test track. Or not test track, the Satanic Panic playlist is in there. That's an awful lot of fun. It's a bunch of 80s metal. All right. So don't binge watch Hulu or Netflix or anything. Binge listen to your favorite streaming service through an awesome DAC and an awesome headphone amp into some awesome headphones, and fill your soul with happiness. And with that, I'm Randy. I'm the Cheap Audio Man.